Hello, welcome to another episode of Set Musings. So, continuing through our journey of sets that are not either core sets or more particularly expansion sets, because that's what the bulk of the series has covered, we're moving into other innovation product areas, I suppose. Prior to this, we had been looking at a number of compilation sets where they were all reprints. So the the Masters series. What we're going to look at today, as you can see, is Modern Horizons, which was sort of grouped in with the innovation product stuff. But here, what you find is the number of reprints is pretty low. I think it's around 15% reprints. The rest of it is all new cards. It was designed to be drafted. There's 254 cards in here, and I'll just scroll down as I'm sort of chatting about the composition. We've got 5 snow-covered basic lands, 101 commons, 80 uncommons, 53 rares, 15 mythic rares. There's randomly inserted premium versions of cards, as there pretty much always is in the product. There's a number of, I say a number, there's actually a buy a box card numbered 255 out of 254. The set introduced new cards into Modern without them ever being legal in Standard. 209 new cards, except the Snow Basics. And if we carry on, as we just look at these, get a feel for the cards and the artwork. So I believe this was originally dubbed Time Spiral Stroke Planar Chaos 2. There's a ton of themes and mechanics in here. No support story, I believe. There's actually 17 cards in the boosters, 1 card being a double-sided token and 1 card being an art card. They also distributed those draft packs, which had like three boosters in them. There was a pre-release, 8th to 9th of June, and this is 2019, and the release date was actually June the 14th. Quite a number of tokens in here, although we don't specifically look at tokens. No new mechanics in Modern Horizons, but apparently there were 40 non-evergreen returning mechanics. And I believe they decided that the set could use any mechanic already in Modern, up to Dragons of Tarkir. Changelings in here. And Snow, as I think I've said already. I don't think I'm going to attempt to rattle off the mechanics. There's a lot. And I really don't know how this is going to pan out, to be honest, in terms of when I slice through this, because I'm going through, as I have been for quite a while now, based on colour and rarity, and then ordering by casting cost. It's going to be interesting because there is so much stuff. I don't know how well it's going to bubble out, but we'll see. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if stuff bubbles up with the different rarities. But there just seems to be so many mechanics in here. Often when they do that, it's difficult to see what's going on by slicing by rarity. But I thought I'd have a go. See, the first sliver is in here. So yeah, you can see there's a number of multicolour cards, both like this and then the hybrid manner as well. And a few artifacts, some swords, and some interesting land as well. There's our buy a box promo. 255 out of 254, which is Flutterstorm. Okay, let's dive in. Right. So, starting off, white cards, commons, got 20 here. Obviously, as stuff comes in, like here, we're going to see stuff that's going to double up in multiple slices. So we do have hybrid mana actually appearing at common, which is always interesting to see what multicoloured stuff just comes through at common, if any, and so we've got that. Okay, I'm also going to highlight, as I do, I will highlight up the cycles as well in here, and a number of other different slices as well beyond this. So we've got Rebound, Outlast, Buyback, Cycling, Changeling. Interesting how they've done the Destroy Artifact or Enchantment here and made it available at a low rarity, so that's good. And playable in green or white decks. Now this thing here, Overload, Slivers, Convoke, Changeling, Suspend, Battlecry. I think I did say that Changeling, we probably see that crop up quite a bit. So some shapeshifters here. I don't really see a strong. So we have soldiers. Again, I'm just seeing if we've got the usual creature types that tend to gravitate in different colours, but I'm not seeing that so much. But obviously that's going to be aided by the Changeling. Shroud here. Okay. Moving on to uncommon. So yeah, we're seeing a lot more multicoloured cards here. And also you'll notice there's cards which have similar names and do similar things to other cards. I'm not sure how many, if any, there was of full functional reprints in here. Like I said, I mentioned about 15% reprints in the set. I think the functional reprints were pretty low. There was, yeah, I think they were calling them, there were cards they were called callbacks, where they were sort of similar but not similar enough to call them like a functional reprint. I think that was the idea, and there was quite a number of those, and you'll probably spot those. Yeah, the only functional reprint was Phantom Ninja, which is a functional reprint of Phantom Warrior. $45, and the buy a box are reprints. Right. Anything else leap out here? Oh, cats. So we are seeing slivers. Several actually. Now there are some signpost cards as well, so we'll talk about the sort of 2-colour limited archetypes, and I'll do it as we go through on this screen, seeing as we're back to 2-colour. Oh, there's Splice and Storm. Wow. Again, if anybody drafted this at the time, let me know in the comments section what your experience was. Rare, so more slivers, more 2-colour stuff. Yep, changeling, modal spells, some legends, some planeswalkers, and the first sliver, which we'll see in every single slice at rare, because it's 5-colour. It's 5-colour cascade. Now, that cropped up. It was only in here, wasn't it? Yeah. That looks like that's gone up quite a bit. I don't remember it originally. Was it that expensive from the get-go? Yeah, I thought it was quite a bit cheaper, because I thought it was one of the cheaper slivers. But again, I could be wrong. Well, one of the cheaper sliver legendaries. There's another 5-colour card there. And these, I think, are all in pre-M14 form, the slivers. So they're like U control rather than... Hang on, what am I saying? No, that's not right, is it? But isn't there pre-M14 form? Yeah, not sure what that means. I just saw a note here, but clearly... Because originally when you had a lot of the slivers, it was every sliver. But here it's got this one where it says U control. I wonder if that's the case for all of these. So we'll see. Okay. On to blue. Common. Fairy Wizard Drake. Replicate. Yeah, this is going to be all over the map, isn't it? Kicker. Flashback. Oh, wow. A Man of War's in here. Ninjutsu, Cycling Monstrosity. Got some wizards. Yeah, not seeing. I mean, maybe we'll more see. I don't know. Yeah, wonder if we're going to see specific types, or it'll be other types, like ninjas and slivers and changelings, that sort of type, rather than goblins or merfolk or soldiers or yeah, we'll see. Uncommon. Oh, we've got the splice into some stuff we've seen before here. Oh, Fact or Fiction is in here. Another ninjutsu card. Was it maybe blue-black ninjas, perhaps? Storm card. Flash. Merit Liege's Slumber. Oh, so it's doing the thing with the token. Also negation. We're seeing a number of legends, although the rarity here is pretty high here. There's our friend again. Flashback, ninjas, yeah. I think we can see what's coming out in blue-black already. White-blue. I don't know if I'd know without looking it up, but it's, yeah, blink. So, what was it? Where was Soul Herder? Was that common? Whenever a creature's exiled from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on Soul Herder. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile another target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its own control. So there was white, blue, blink as the archetype, limited archetype for white, blue. Right, moving on to black, common. Unearth is in here. Diabolic Edict. Common. It's Changeling again. So Changelings, as I think I said, is around quite a bit. Blood of the Slug, Putrid Goblin. We got goblins in black, which is interesting. Zombies, another ninja. Zombie Bird and Harrow. Exploit as well. More ninjutsu. More convoke. Another changeling. Wow. Okay. Carrion feeder. Escape. Musician's X. There's a goblin here. Black red. Crypt rats. Wow, yeah, lots of ninjas. Let's convoke again. We have flashback, red, white, so black, red, white. Grave shifter. And again, I think you can spot which ones are, nods to other cards without being necessarily functional reprints. Okay, rares and mythics. Camel Therapist, Cordial Vampire. Have an Elemental Skeleton in black red. Lightning Skelemental. I wonder what that's a play on. 6/1 with Trample Haste. Okay, Kess Dissident Mage. Endling. More ninjas. Convoke and Delve. Okay, I don't know if that's the first Delve card we've seen. Right, so we've had a look at white, we've had a look at blue, we've had a look at black. What can we say? Well, yeah, definitely, in case you haven't already guessed, blue-black is ninjas. Yep. And the other combination would be black-white, wouldn't it? So changelings. So black-white changelings. I have to apologise for the mower in the background if you can hear that. Not mine. I don't have an automated mower, but yeah, it's that time of year. So Firebolt. Did I? Now I've confused myself. I don't think I went through this. Goblin Champion, Lava Dart. I got distracted by the lawnmower. Yeah, no, more slivers. I mean, with the presence of a 5-coloured sliver, then yeah, I suppose if you drafted that, you'd probably want to give it a go, wouldn't you? Okay, Delve, Magma Sinkhole, Cycling, more cycling. Got Goblin tokens. So I think we're getting a clue already where goblins might reside. Got a sliver here with Hellbent on it. Okay, there's Firebolt with Flashback. Morbid. Pillage. Thundering Djinn. Blue-red. It was interesting to see what's in blue-red. And Kicker. Okay, what else? We have at Rare and Mythic, more slivers, more goblins. Oh, Renin 6. There's Lightning Skelemental again because it was red-black. Guess the Distant Mage. So there does seem to be some 3-colour stuff going on. Collected Conjuring. Yeah, so it's definitely a non-creature spell thing going on in blue-red. Okay, so we've now done 4 colours. So what do we get with the addition of red that we saw there? Well, red-green. I don't know how obvious this, but something to do with lands in graveyard. Red-black was indeed goblins. Blue-red was drawing 2 cards matters. And red-white was slivers. No surprise there. So we just got the green stuff now. Elvish Fury, Nimble Mongoose, Savage Swipe. There's that Nature's Chant. Remember there was a snow theme in here. I don't know whether there was anything particularly. We'll see actually what colour combination that might be. Tornado. Again, you can see a number of things that are riffing on previous Magic cards. There is Crows and Tusker in here, which is interesting. Rebound, Threshold. Wow, there's so much different stuff here. Another Storm card as well. I don't know how... what's the word? How easy they made it to build a Storm deck. I always thought that they wanted to avoid having sets with overly strong Storm decks. The potential to build overly strong Storm decks in them. Okay, uncommon. Regrowth. It's red-green. Actually, I gave that away a bit early, didn't I? Landing Graveyard. Lenore Tribe. This looks familiar. If you watched the previous episode, or the episode of Deck Musings. Right. Rare and Mythics. Oh, is this the only level up? That's going to be amusing if that's like the only level up card. Oh dear. Yeah, this mix and match thing must make drafting quite potentially a challenge. Just jump up to 2 artifacts. Yeah, there's a there was a 2 thing going on in blue-red. I don't know if that was generally spread over into other colours. Right, so what does green give us? Well, I sort of jumped the gun a bit previously, you know, when I was going through red. So red, green, yeah, lands in graveyard. Green, white, something called Creaturefall, and again we'll look at the archetype indicators in a moment when we go through the cycles, because it's going to come up again. Black, green, graveyard, and then green, blue is the snow deck. So going back through everything: white, blue, blink, blue, black, ninjas, black, red, goblins, red, green, lands in graveyard. Green, white, Creaturefall, white, black was changelings, blue, red, drawing 2 cards, black, green, graveyard, red, white, slivers, and then green, blue, snow. To support that, what do we have artifact wise? So we do card draw here, filtering of mana, we've got a artifact creature changeling. Bit of equipment. These are all at common, by the way. And a mana generator that becomes a creature. And those are quite. I always like them when these turn up. You see them around Magic now and again, don't you? Where you got mana generators, but you can also like make them become a creature. Okay, uncommon. So we have a snow artifact creature golem. Mystical. Okay, yep. Looks like we've got the cycle of talismans. Very useful. But are they just the... They're just the enemy ones, aren't they? Yep. Birthing Boughs, which does shapeshifter creature tokens, and Farmstead Gleaner, which is a is a scarecrow with untap. Okay, so they managed to put untap in the set. Just like shoehorn it in there. Okay, what have we got? 6 at rare or mythic. Mox Tantalite with suspend on it. Add 1 mana of any colour. Suspend 3. Sounds familiar. Altar of Dementia. Scrapyard Recombinator. And then a couple of swords. Oh, and this fella. Morophon the Boundless. Which I've used in a... I think I've done a flip through it actually. Like I just wanted to build a 5-colour beast deck, so I had this as the commander to give me access to all 5 colours from the colour identity. Okay, some cycles here. So we've got these forces: force of virtue, force of negation, force of despair, force of rage, and then force of vigour. For instance, an enchantment with flash. Alternate casting cost includes exiling a card of its colour if it's not the player's turn. Cycle of one monocolour uncommon sliver for each colour. White, blue, black, red, green. And you can see, you control, in the graveyard, you control, and you control. Monocolour legendary creatures representing a character in Magic lore. White, blue, black, red, green again. Although this one you can see has a 5-colour activation cost. So but they're all monocolour in the casting cost. Right, cycle of cycling lands. Uncommon cycling lands enter the battlefield tapped. Taps for 1 mana of a colour and has cycling for 1 mana of that colour. They're reprinted from Onslaught. And throughout Magic's history, there's various variations of this as well, and you know, the cycling costs. There's our nice snow-covered lands, snow-covered basic lands. However, there is also this snow land, which is uncommon. I thought I'd just add it in as well. Snowlands were a thing from Ice Age and Cold Snap. So yeah, interesting to see those. Right, Horizon Lands. So 2 colours. These are enemy colours. And there's a mention in here about Horizon Canopy actually, which was from Future Sight. Where you've got, you know, that had the, you know, pay 1 life to get red or well, whatever colour combination here, and then this other ability where you could sack it. So pay mana of any colour, sack it, and then draw a card. And we did stumble across the talismans as well. So both of those, these are at rare, and these are at uncommon. So our signposts, there we go. Colour order, 10 of them. So this is our blink one, our ninjas, our goblins, our lands in graveyards matter. Is that right? Yep. Our creatureful, changelings, this one was drawing 2 cards, but it doesn't specifically reference it, but you can see obviously the number of cards you draw, the better. Widow Pack, which was a graveyard archetype. Lava Belly Sliver, yep, slivers. And Abominable Tree Folk, number of snow permanents it's scaling off of. I was also curious so those were uncommon, but there were also a cycle of rare spells as well, 1 for each pair. I don't know whether these specifically mapped that well to the I mean, there is some synergy, I suppose, to the archetype that you saw in the uncommon spells. By the look of it, but I don't know how consistent that is in here. So sometimes it wavers a little bit with rares sometimes, unless they're specifically you know, designed as such. So always a target or spill it. Yeah, I suppose. Would that work with blink? Definitely, you know, ninjas. It's not a goblin. This one lands in graveyard. I mean, it helps you get stuff back from the graveyard. is cool. Creature form. Yeah, so that helps get creatures. So tutors for creatures, because that was the creature full colour combination. I don't know whether this specifically synergizes with changelings. Collected conjuring, well, they had, see, 2 here, so that's close to drawing 2 cards. Convoke and Dow, well, that does synergize nicely with the graveyard. Slivers, as I said, you find in the snow, so yeah, it does map for some of these. Okay, 2 swords in here. So yeah, part of a mega cycle. That's the rest of the land. So all of Heliod's Generosity, Cave of Temptation, Frostwalk Bastion, Prismatic Vista. Here's our legendaries. There's 13 of them, and they also include legendary planeswalkers alongside legendary creatures. So a couple in white, a couple in blue, black, red, green. Then we got some combinations: red, green, black, green. There's a 3-colour blue, black, red, and a 5-colour sliver, and this, which is, well, the casting cost is 7 colourless mana, or sorry, 7 mana of any colour. There is specifically a reference here to 5-colour. Okay, here's our mythics. 2 in white, 2 in blue, 1 in black, 1 in red, 2 in green, and then the combinations again. So you can see there several of those were the legendaries are actually also mythics as well. But looking at what they can do and their abilities and other things, because of the set, it's just all over the place. Oh, most expensive one is the first sliver. Okay, so this set hasn't really, it's not quite as expensive as some of the other stuff we've seen. Okay, so what have we got? False Negation, one of the swords, Prismatic Vista, Flutterstorm. Still, okay, well, we're still holding around above, we're still holding above $20. 12. Well, that is, I don't remember it being that expensive when I bought mine, but who knows, unless I pulled one. Maybe I did open one, I'm not sure. Okay. The other sword, yeah, so we dropped below $10 here, okay. Right, EDH rec ranking, top of the pile, regardless of whether it's, where it is in the deck. Generous Gift, Talisman of Creativity, Prismatic Vista, more talismans, False Negation, Fact or Fiction, yeah, Flutterstorm, All of Heliod's Generosity, Alter Dementia, yeah, that was from Tempest, wasn't it? Carrion Feeder, all the way back from Scourge. Drama is cool. Wow. And then just the legendaries, again, regardless of where they are, whether they're a commander or just in the 99. Yawgmoth. There's a Morathon. Sissy. rather ironic. I've always found it ironic with these like modern sets, and then you find that the car's in modern, found in modern. I don't know when that became banned. And there we have it. So hopefully you enjoyed that. It was a funny one to do because I couldn't really get, like sometimes when I'm going through it, it's nice and easy and stuff just bounces out. There's just so many things going on in this set. I mean, the list is just ridiculous of the amount of different mechanics. What did I say? There's no new mechanics, but there's 40 non-evergreen returning mechanics. Yeah. Although they did restrict it to everything in modern up to Dragons of Tarkir. Yeah. And there is a mention in the MTG Wiki article, which I'll include a link to, that they included Changeling to try and sort of make the set a bit more cohesive. Because I can't even imagine what it must be like to try and test and design a set with just so many like mechanics in it, and any like there must be such potential for unintended consequences. And I wonder what made them decide to put Storm in the deck. I mean, I suppose because they've always said they didn't want to put it back in standard, but what the hell, I suppose, it does exist. So why not stick it into a non-standard set? Yeah. So there we have it. So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in a future episode.